Welcome to the Freelance Thrive. Here we talk with skilled freelancers about their professional journey. Stay tuned for real life experiences to learn and actionable steps to take to improve your freelancing career. My name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am.works. And my guest is Balazs Beres, an experienced software engineer who helps clients worldwide implement the software solutions they need and created a course on Udemy from 0 to 1 fully himself, from planning content to setting up Udemy business account. So welcome, Balazs.
Hi. I'm glad that I'm here.
From the moment you shared your course in the community, I was like, I need to talk to Balazs. I need to do it right away. So here we are. And the first question, I read your blog, and in your blog you wrote, I challenged myself this year to create a great online course. So why did you decide to challenge yourself that way?
Well, simply I like challenges. I think that's how you can accomplish great things in your life. I'm not saying that this was an extraordinary thing to create a course, but for me, it was a new thing. And if you are doing new, interesting stuff, it adds up. And in the end, it's going to be great.
So you decided, I'm creating a course. And what happened next?
Well, I made a list of the things that I think it would be interesting for me to teach, because it's really important. I think this part of the thing that for me it should be interesting also to teach that topic. It was in the list C#, .NET, Angular, TypeScript, and so on. But in the end, I said, okay, my first course will be about regex. There are already quite a few. Of course, there are already quite a few courses about regex, so it's not a revolutionized something about this regex topic. But I watched quite a few, and there were some good video courses, but there were quite some bad ones, really boring, useless, outdated. So I really tried to make something that it's fun to watch, or at least it's not boring, and also useful. So yeah, that's how I started, and based on the feedback, I kind of managed to do so.
Am I hearing it correctly? So after you had an idea, you went and explored competitors.
Well, I created the list about my topics that I know that I kind of have some knowledge regarding those things, because I won't make a course about, I don't know, space exploration. I'm not an expert. I just like it.
Yet.
Yeah. That's correct. So yeah, after that, I watched quite a few regex courses and read a lot of articles and a lot of documentations about it, because I think that's really important in order to build a course, even if it's just fundamentals or whatever. It's really important to know what is essential to put in your course, because you will have initially an idea that how you will structure your course, but in the end, maybe you will forget something that's essential to put in your course, and it would be bad for your viewers, for your students. That's how it's called in Udemy.
Yeah, exactly. And after you have chosen the theme, what was the step-by-step process of building a course?
Well, after you decide what would be the subject of your course, my tips and tricks here, it will be that first, create from the start content that you would like to do. Then write some ideas that you can put onto those. And as I said, do some research and check other resources, because most probably you are not an inventor, I guess. If that's the case, then it's a totally different story. But if you are not an inventor, then do some research, watch some other competitors. I'm just saying other contributors to this topic, and check what they find out. Maybe you will miss something, or you will see something that's really interesting. And I think most probably there will be certain things that are contradicting with each other. There will be conflicting topics. And I
Yeah.
think it's really important to analyze this and also to include this in your course, because in this way you won't present half truths.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very good idea. And I'm curious, did you use ChatGPT?
No, no. I really like to work with ChatGPT. I think it will be revolutionizing the whole IT world, everything it will. I'm using daily ChatGPT. I'm a premium user. I really like it, but in this case, I did not use it because I did not feel that I should use it, basically.
So you created a structure, you prepared a content. What was next?
Well, I already in the past I already edited videos, but I'm not an expert, so I had to learn how to make simple animations with arrows or coloring some blocks. And also, when I found some contradicting opinions about my topic, I had to check so many sources in order to decide how it would be the best to present it. So yeah, that was basically the next thing for me.
After you found video tools, what happened next?
Sorry, after
After video tools, what happened next?
I started to work on it. As I said, I created the content. I watched a few other courses and I started to write this content, okay, how I would present it and how to manage because I created an regex fundamentals course. Of course, some of the things which I said in my course, it's not just fundamental, but yeah, I wanted to present it. There are other courses which are, I don't know, I saw in the Udemy that 3-4 hours long, or I think I saw also one of them was more than 6 hours. I don't know what they presented in that 6 hours. I think this topic it's way smaller, and then in Udemy you need to you can put there is a requirement at least 10 minutes you need to put public, so whenever somebody will buy your course, at least 10 minutes they can watch from your course. So I watched only those publicly available from those courses, and it was more than 15 minutes where the author just presented the content of the course. For me, that's I don't know who gonna watch this. So they just some authors, some video course creators, just creating a lot of videos and a lot of minutes in order to say that, hey, I just created 10 hours of course about the subject. I think that's useless. Nobody has time for that. So I really wanted to put something in a short period, and everything should be essential so anybody can start to use regex right away after watching this course.
So you recorded everything, you prepared everything, and what happened next?
Well, for me, it took around 3 months to publish it. Initially, the recording and everything, it took 2 months. Because yeah, it's really subjective how much time do you have to work on this. But for example, in my case, I lost 1 month for an unseen payment method approval. It's so stupid. I waited 1 month only just to be just to be verified my account to be approved. And in the end, I chose another service. I just waited. Yeah, it was useless. But yeah, it's a long story. But yeah, after that, I published it and I was happy about it. And yeah, I sent to several forums and friends. And I did not put a lot of marketing effort into this because it was mainly for me and for those who just seeking to watch regex. I'm not trying to make a living about this Udemy selling courses. It's not my word. For some people, it's really yeah, something that it's really want to put a lot of focus to make an earning and a lot of money about this. In my case, it's just mainly a hobby. I like to do this, and overall, for me, it was a really fun project. Let's say like that.
As far as I understand, to record the course, you still have to have a good setup and you have to use some software. So, what software and what setup did you use?
Um, I wrote an article on my blog about my computer setup, but a long story short, no bragging, but I have a really, really great setup. But that does not mean that you need everything that I have in order to create a course. A good microphone and an editing software is okay. Or maybe if you want to share in your course, I don't know, your face, then it means that you need also a pretty good web camera or a camera or something like that. But in the end, it really depends on what quality you are seeking. Because it really depends. Do you want some animations? Do you want some, I don't know, translations, or it really depends on what quality you are seeking. Yeah, that's the main thing. And regarding the software, I have an Adobe subscription, so basically it was for me Photoshop and After Effects.
Got it. Got it. And what was the hardest part of recording the course?
Oh, the hardest part. Well, I think the hardest part is always the first time when you are doing it. It's the hardest. You don't know how to start it. You don't know whom should you ask how to do anything like this. And of course, you can find a lot of tips and tricks in the internet, but I'm not saying that those were useless. I'm just saying that it's just tips and tricks. Also, what I'm doing right now is just tips and tricks, and you need to start. You just need to do it, and you will see along the way that how it's going for you.
Yeah, it's always, it's always you have to make your own mistakes and you have to create your own way. And how much time did you think it will take? Did you plan that it will take 3 months, or maybe you were thinking, okay, I will do it in 1 month? So how much time did you think it will take?
As I said previously, I already knew that for me it will take around 2 months. But yeah, as I said, in the end it took 3 months in order to publish. But all in all, I think you can do it in 1 month or in 1 week, or maybe it will take 6 months. It's really subjective. As I said, it really depends on what do you want in your course, and animations, voiceover. Do you have any kind of knowledge regarding video recording or video editing? And simply how much time you will put into this.
So talking about time, how did you find time to record the course while working on a project as a developer?
Well, that's the tricky part. Mainly on the weekend. That's why I said that it's subjective how much time it takes to make anything. It's really subjective.
Got it. And you wrote on your blog post, by the way, I will include definitely the link to the blog post where you described how you were recording a course and also about your setup. And you wrote that my next course will be way better and easier. So what things you'll definitely avoid or do another way?
After my publish, I realized that I could record my voice easier with a different program. So that would be one of the things. Also, because it will be my second course, I can reuse some of the animations that I created in my first course. So definitely it will be a time saver for me.
By the way, I don't know if you know this program, Camtasia Studio. Have you heard about it?
I did not use it.
I'm using it almost every time, and it also has very much things included. So just in case you will think about the second part, maybe check this program too. Maybe you will like it, because currently I'm doing basically everything with it. So it can blur a text, it can push an arrow, it can zoom something. So basically it's all there. So yeah, just a small tip from my side.
Nice.
And Balazs, I really wish to have the sky as the limit, but time is the limit to our conversation. So the final question, what is your favorite food?
Um, yeah, that's a really good question. I think the best answer for this, I think, is that whatever my girlfriend makes,
Okay.
that's the best food.
I totally understand you because I kind of have the same answer because my wife is also, doing great stuff. So I totally understand you here. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing your experience, Balazs. And
Sure.
it's been such a pleasure to hear and learn from you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for listening. If you like the show, hit the like button, 5 stars, and share it with your friend. That's it. We're done. See you in the next episode.